Hey, what's up, guys? We are live. So we got a cool Q&A for you guys. So get all your dating questions in. So just post them in the chat, and we will go through them, and we will answer all your dating needs. So as to say, you can tell I just woke up. But anyway, we got Gabriel joining us. So for any cold approach questions, he's one of the best that you can ask. So yep. All right, Gabriel, what do you think we should start?
Yeah, awesome, guys. So, welcome. Haven't been here for maybe a month or two, but yeah, good to be back. Any questions you have about cold approach, whether it's day game, night game, getting dates, making the interaction solid, just let me know. Um, and basically, I'm here to answer any questions. So let's see, any questions whatsoever
Hey,
about dating.
Gabriel, I have a crucial question. Are you a morning person or a night person?
It's a good question. Um, I mean, I'm definitely a night person, maybe not as much as you. I thought I was a night person until I met Alex. But for me, a night person is being awake at like 12.
I'm definitely the epitome of a night person. Like the character of a night person. Dude, I don't know why, but like when I wake up, I like my brain just doesn't work for the first 2 hours. And then it like slowly comes online. And then by like midnight, it's like fully on. It's fully operational. And so it's like this, but like the first 2 hours, I'm just like brain dead. My brain is just like psh.
I need to wake up, get like 2 minutes of sun, and then I'm good to go.
Oh yeah, yeah. I try to get sun too as soon as I wake up, but it doesn't really do much for me, or at least not short term. Someone said make a video on the frat scene from the girl next door when they try to steal his girl. We can watch it now. I've seen that movie too. I just don't remember that scene. Let me pull it up. Um,
I can see there's another question in the meantime. Hey, Alex and Gabriel, how do you deal with I'm waiting for marriage or I'm waiting for the right one? I'm getting this a lot. So, look, if you're getting lots of girls saying, I'm waiting for the right guy or waiting for marriage, firstly, a percentage of girls, if it's their belief, if it's a religion, like they're telling the truth. A certain percentage, like it doesn't matter what game you have, a certain percentage, you will not overcome that belief. Okay, a certain percentage. But another percentage of women are going to say those things, and you're still going to be able to escalate as if she didn't say that at all. Okay. Oftentimes, girls are saying this. I'm waiting for marriage. I'm not that type of girl. I'm not the girl that will go home with you that night. I'm looking for something super serious. I'm only looking for something long term. Oftentimes, girls will say that just to take away just to pass on the accountability to your shoulders so that they don't feel like a slut. So that if something does happen in their minds, they're not being slutty, so to speak. They told you that they were waiting for marriage. They told you that they're looking for something serious. It's not their problem. It's on you. Okay. They didn't do anything wrong. Okay. They weren't so-called slutty. They didn't do anything that ruined their reputation. It's on you. So you need to be able to take the accountability off of their shoulders. You need to be able to allow a girl to do emotionally what she wants to emotionally do without the logic. Okay. So you should be able to, if a girl says, I'm waiting for marriage, just brush it off, okay, and keep going. Okay, if a girl says like, "Oh, I'm looking for that right person," yes, obviously you can make a joke about it, you can brush it off. There's lots of ways to handle it, but the overall mindset that you need to come from is just move on. Don't get stuck in this. Look at her behaviors. If she's responding well to you, if she's laughing at what you're saying, if she's giving you interest, keep going. Now, yes, there's going to be a percentage that it's just a total disqualifier, and that's 100%. But you'll be able to tell. you'll be able to tell if this is the most conservative girl you've met in your life, or if she's kind of just joking when she's saying that and she's laughing and she's still down for your escalation. You're touching her, you're showing intent, she's responding well. So keep going. Don't get stuck in the words that she's actually saying.
Yeah, I just spent 2 minutes looking for this scene. It's not on YouTube. So if you have a link to the girl next door scene, the frat party scene or whatever, send it over because I can't find it. But yeah, I agree with what Gabriel said. Focus on the actions, not the words. The words are 80, 90% irrelevant, but the actions are what matters. They try to block him from talking to her so he could kiss her. Okay, I'll try to search for it with these keywords. What are the best ways to flip a script in an approach and make it seem like the girl's chasing you?
Okay, what are the best ways to flip this script in an approach? So it's interesting because 90% of guys, when they new to game or when they just after the beginner stage, the first thing they want to do is, how do I get a girl chasing me? And yes, look, I'm going to answer your question, but I just want to first understand like where it's coming from, because if you can't really hook the girl, if you can't really get attraction, don't focus on this cool thing like, oh, let me flip the script and get her chasing me. Focus on improving your game. Okay, like it's almost like guys trying to get a threesome when they're virgins. Okay, but like don't think 10 steps ahead just because it's the cool thing to try and make happen. How do I get a girl to chase me? Like first focus on the fundamental parts of game. Is your attraction? Because look, if you are chasing the girl, she cannot chase you. So if you're already needy, if you're already supplicative, if you're already showing signs of desperation, you can't say to me, okay, Gabriel, but what techniques can I use to get her to chase? She cannot chase you if you're chasing her. Okay, so the first thing is improve your subtleties, improve your fundamentals, so you're not the type of guy that's actually chasing her in the interaction. But now, let's say you aren't. How can you actually get a girl to chase you? Well, there's a few techniques. I just want to go through the basics. The first thing is, what type of guy will a girl chase? She'll chase a guy that isn't desperate for her. So if you show signs and show qualities that you're not desperate for her, as in if you are teasing her, if you are saying things that a guy that is chasing her wouldn't say, if you are saying things that shows her that you're willing to walk away, that you're willing to lose her, okay, that's going to help. If you are showing her that you don't need her validation, if you are almost so-called stripping her of the validation, if you are teasing her, if you are nagging her, she's going to want to get the validation from you. Okay, the more you give validation to her, she doesn't really have a need to chase you. Okay, that's one aspect. Another aspect is just showing her that you're high value. Okay, women will chase someone that's higher status. So if you are showing signs that you're high value through your DHVs, through your verbals, through your actions, there's more likelihood that she's going to want to chase. Okay, so it's not like this cool little chasing technique. It's bigger principles that you need to think about.
All right, I finally found this fucking scene. All right, let me pull it up. Had to search a bunch of different things, but I have it.
What did he ask about the scene? Just the
Yeah,
break?
he asked like, "What would you do in this situation?" Okay, here it is. Wait.
I think I remember this movie.
Yeah, it came out a while ago, but it was pretty good. Okay, it starts here in the beginning.
Hi, guys.
Hey. Is this your party?
No, it's a friend of mine's. I'm Hunter.
Danielle.
All right, so at this point, I would probably box him out with my body language, just kind of stand in front of him and just continue talking to the girl as if he doesn't exist. That works like 90% of the time. Like the vast majority of guys, vast majority of time, guys have no idea what to do when that happens and they just walk away. Sometimes they stand there awkwardly for like a few minutes, but then eventually they walk away. So that's probably
also with this, the main thing is just don't stand there waiting for the guy and just standing there as an observer for 20 minutes while this random guy is hitting on your girl. Also, take a lot of this is taking initiative. Like, you don't have to be rude to the guy, of course not, but take initiative. Introduce yourself to him, talk to him. Like, don't just stand there observing. But let's just see where this goes.
See, I don't like that strategy personally. I don't like engaging with a guy because in my mind he has nefarious intentions. Well, in his mind, I guess they're not nefarious since he doesn't owe me any loyalty. But I don't even engage with a guy. I just completely ignore him, like as if he's like just like a weasel who doesn't exist, basically. And they usually get the hint pretty quickly.
Most of the time, I would ignore if it's a club or something. If it's a setting like it's a house party, I probably would engage for the first.
Oh
When I
yeah,
say
if it's
engage, I mean just hello, nice to meet you. Not
oh yeah,
like
yeah. If he's like the
have
host of the
conversation.
party, yeah, I would engage too. You're right. Yeah, if he's like it's like the host of a party or something like that, or whatever. But you can usually pretty quickly gauge a guy's intentions, like whether he's just being friendly and he's just saying hi, or whether he's trying to like hit on your girl, right?
Yeah.
Like, and in this situation, it's like pretty clear because he's not engaging Emil Hirsch, which is the guy. So we'll just call him the guy. He's not engaging the guy. He's just focusing on the girl. So that's how you tell, right? And as soon as you get like a whiff that the guy's trying to like take your girl, then just box him out, basically. Worst case scenario, if that doesn't work, I'll give him kind of like a tap on the shoulder. I'll be like, "Hey, man, good to meet you. We're good though," and then just kind of like that. They usually don't know what to say.
This is happy.
Hey, man, what's up? What's up? Can I get you guys something to drink?
Yeah.
Man, what's up? Can you come here for a second? Yeah.
So in this situation, I would just kind of look at him like as soon as he put his arm around me, I'd be like, "Dude, I'm good, thanks." Like I would just not walk away, basically.
Yeah, I mean, look, if he's gonna walk away now and just leave his girl with this guy, that's like terrible behavior. Like he shouldn't do that. It should be obvious to him what's going on. And even if it's not obvious, don't leave your girl with a random dude that you know is after your girl. You know, it's not a friend or anything that's also friends with her, whatever. It's obvious that that guy wants. So even if he wants to go with this random guy, just bring your girl with. Okay, don't just leave the girl.
If you want to go with this random guy, hey babe, me and this random guy are gonna go somewhere. You mind chilling out for a second? He's kind of a beefcake, so I kind of want to see where this goes. But yeah, I would not walk away. The thing is that like, okay, here 99% of people, men and women, cannot handle tension. So if you just like act a little icy, if you just like look at them directly in the eyes and then you just create tension, just say, "I'm good," pause, right? They won't know what to say. Like people are really bad at handling tension. So
Yeah.
if you want to get good at these types of situations or a game or really at a lot of things, just learn how to handle tension for an extended period of time.
Also realize like he's here with the girl, so if as long as the girl respects him, he should be able to. You can just walk away with the girl. Like, nice to meet you guys. We'll chat later, and then you just walk away with your girl. There's no need for you to speak to people. You don't have to speak to people if you don't want to. Okay, so he doesn't have to stay there. He just walks away with his girl, and his girl should come. If his girl doesn't come with him, then there's an issue. I mean, then the girl doesn't respect him. The girl doesn't like him. If he says to his girl right now, let's go for a drink. Nice to meet you guys. And she says, no, I want to stay here with this random dude. Yeah, then that's a bigger issue. Okay, that's a bigger problem.
Yeah, actually, I had something like that happen once. I was at this bar, and you know who Peter Dante is? He's like an actor. He was in all the Adam Sandler movies.
No.
You would know. You would recognize him. He's like a C-list actor. You would recognize him if you saw him. He's also a stand-up comedian, and he's actually really funny. And I was the only one with a girl at this fucking bro bar, and he came over and he tried to basically steal my girl. And he was really, really funny. He started like roasting me and shit, and it was like actually like good. Like 99% of people wouldn't be able to do that, but he's a stand-up comedian, and so I kind of sensed that you know like the tides were shifting. So I was like, "Hey, this guy's a little weird. Let's get out of here." And then I just pulled her. But yeah, if I had stayed there for like another half an hour, I think probably would have been done. This was also when I was like more intermediate. This is what kind of like 8 years ago.
Oh, no, it's cool. They're pals.
Oh.
What's up?
Yeah, man, this party's getting kind of full, bro.
Yeah, so?
So you're gonna have to take off.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, but, I'm with her.
Oh, it's cool, dude. She's taken care of.
Like this whole situation now is because this guy's a beta guy. He should not be in this situation. Good on these guys for doing this. Their strategy is good. Good on them. Like I don't blame the guys. They're just trying to get the hot girl. Okay, so but this guy, he shouldn't have left his girl just with one of them. She would respect him, of course, way more if he said, "Come, babe, we're going for a drink," or what, anything. Okay, like leaving your girl there is disrespecting her, and he's also disrespecting himself. Okay, so like he did a lot of things in a beta way. You don't have to always think about the perfect way to do this. He just needed to take his girl and leave, and just say to them, "Nice to meet you guys. We'll chat later." Okay, almost as if the guys just want to speak to you. Okay, even though they're there for the girl. "Nice to meet you guys. I'll chat to you later." Okay, and then you leave. You don't have to be socially like have the best exit and the best end and wait until they finish speaking for you to leave. You just leave if you want to leave. Okay, but he had to take the girl with him. I mean, it's it's pretty bad.
Yeah, if you guys want to see like good examples of how like to handle social situations, watch the TV show Californication. And if you want to see a good example, it doesn't really have that many social situations, but if you want to see a good example of like an alpha male, watch the TV show Banshee. Yeah, that should give you a good idea.
There's the door.
See, the interesting thing is you look at him and you know a lot of guys that are watching this right now are probably thinking the same, or you felt this before. You stuck in your head. You know that you can feel that the girl is slipping away from you. You feel frustrated because you didn't know what to do. So it's a lack of competence, and there's also anxiety. There's you're unsure, you're a bit overwhelmed by the situation, there's social pressure. But the thing is, like, you just, if you have the right knowledge, if you know, like, okay, anytime there's a situation that happens, you take your girl. It doesn't have to be the perfect way, you just take your girl. If she doesn't want to come, then she's not as attracted to you as you thought, or she doesn't like you, or she doesn't respect you. Okay, but you just take your girl. You don't want to be in this situation with this. You can feel the anxiety that he has and the overwhelmingness of social pressure. But let's also talk about the other guys. I mean, look, they did well. Good on them. Firstly, the guy, he greeted this guy and girl, and he was respectful, even though he obviously wanted the girl. He wasn't rude to this beta male. So good on him. Their strategy was very good.
Yeah, it actually was. Yeah, you're right. Like that's actually a pretty good execution of a game right there, honestly.
And if I was let's say that alpha guy that's speaking to the girl, if he didn't have a friend, what else could have he done to this beta male? He could have said to him, "Bro, can you just go get us all drinks?" Because this beta male probably would have done it. Can you just go get us drinks? And then he probably would have still had an extra few minutes with the hot girl. But because the beta male is just going to respond. So he didn't need his wingman. He probably could have just told this beta male to go get drinks or something like that. But yeah, you don't want to.
I think it works better though with the wingman. Like I think
Yes,
that like execution. That's a good point, because I was looking at this from like the Emil Hirsch's perspective, but I never looked at it from like the other guy's perspective. But yeah, you're right. Like that was pretty good execution right there. Usually movies are horrible at portraying like what game looks like, but that was actually pretty smooth combo right there.
And look, they did it well, but let's say the beta guy didn't want to leave. What the wingman could have just done is just spoken to him next to the girl and left the look. This is more ideal. Of course, he's got complete isolation right now, but he could have just let his friend at least speak to this guy next to them. Most guys will not do what this Peter just did. They're not going to just leave their girl right there. This is extreme. I'm hoping guys wouldn't just leave like this.
I think you'd be surprised, Gabriel. I'd say 40% of guys would. In similar circumstance, like they're in high school or they're in college, they're not the cool kids. The cool kids come up to them. I think 40-50% of guys would. People are just extremely susceptible to social pressure.
It also depends how he knows this girl. I think at this stage, it's like they're definitely not dating or hooking up or anything. They just they've met a few times.
Yeah, they're yeah, you'll kind of get an idea in a second where they're at.
Yeah.
Oh man, when's Samsung getting here? Samyang. Yeah.
Woo! I love him. Dude, I'm gonna do that little guy when he gets here.
What?
Cool, dude. I'm sure he'll like that.
Woo! Samuel!
So before he speaks to them,
He doesn't speak. He just starts making out with her.
Nice. Yeah, look, I was going to say, still good on him for coming back in and not feeling that anxiety and that social pressure and just buckling and leaving. Because, look, in his situation, it's difficult. You're looking at your girl and you're seeing her speak to this alpha guy. Your brain is just going to tell you she's not into me, she's into that guy. So good on him for still going back in. And look, he went straight for the kiss and stuff. So yeah, good on him. Like for going back in, that's the main thing. He had the mindset of, I'm not going to lose my girl.
The going straight for the makeout is a little bit of a risky move. If they've kissed before, then it probably would work. But if they've never kissed before, it probably would not work. As in reality, he would probably just startle her, like, because she's not like looking around and shit. So what I would do is I would come in and, like, let's say I had to like switch shoes with him while he's like isolated alone. I would come in. I would tap the guy's shoulder, not tap his shoulder, but like kind of like tap him, like, with my full hand, and be like, hey, thanks for keeping my girl entertained, and then just go right to ignoring him and just talking to her, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Look, the kiss is more of a movie moment, but ideally, yes, go in, just speak to your girl. Like, anything is going to be better than like what most guys would do if they did have the courage to go back in. They would go back in and just stand there next to the girl and watching the alpha game her. Like, that's what you don't want to do. Anything else where you go in, you take your girl away, you go in, you tell the guy, nice to meet you, you pull your girl away, you just acknowledge the guy. As long as you don't just go there and stand and watch him make her laugh and you're just losing value. Look, it's better than not being there at all. I mean, look, there's... Actually,
I don't know if it's even better.
Debatable, yes. It's debatable. But at least you're stopping the guy from escalating. If you were there, the alpha probably won't escalate. But you want to be the leader. So you want to go in and set things. You want to set the direction.
Yeah, live by these words. Never be the cuck.
Yeah.
Well, here they're just making out, basically. I mean, we don't really need to watch that. But yeah, interesting scene. All right, we got a bunch of questions too while we were playing that. Yeah, because they say this to me when they're naked in bed and I'm eating her out, about to put it in, and she stops me. Oh, this is the guy that's talking about the girls saying they're conservative. Okay, so if the girl's letting you eat her out, she's clearly not that conservative. Like, at that point, it's just basic LMR. And let's just use basic LMR techniques. I don't want to go too deep on those on YouTube for obvious reasons, but I talk about them in my course. But I'll give you a few that are like not whatever, that are not going to get me in trouble. One is just 2 steps forward, 1 step back. So you stop, you go back to eating her out, and then you just try again. Another one is logically breaking down her objections. This is like the last resort LMR technique. but you just say something like, "Oh, what's wrong?" And then you try to logically get to the bottom of her objections. Yeah, I mean, there's a few others, but those are the two that I can say.
Yeah. Also, just the overall principle: don't get butthurt when you don't get what you want. So if you're trying to escalate and she gives you some token resistance, like, "Oh no, I'm waiting for my husband," and then you get butthurt and emotional, like, "What's wrong with you? Like, why are you like?" Why are you like, never get emotional, because then you're showing her that you're low value. So like, that's just terrible. You don't want to be like, "Oh my god, you're such a bitch that you're not letting me sleep with you." No, you never want to do any of that stuff.
Oh yeah, as soon as you get butthurt, it's done basically. Recently moved to a Mediterranean location, unsure how to approach at the beach and the pool. What are some good ways to open? Going direct seems a bit much when the girl's in swimsuit. Why? Why does it matter what she's wearing for how you approach? Like, there's no difference if she's in the swimsuit or not in your ability to go direct. So if that's your preferred style of opening, then just go direct. It doesn't matter if she's in the swimsuit. It doesn't matter if she's half naked. If anything, you could argue that it makes more sense to go direct when she's like half naked. But I'd say it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, look, I do a lot of beach game, whether she's in a swimsuit or not. That's, I mean, so what's the difference if she's wearing a coat or a hoodie? Not her outfit doesn't stop you from going in. So that's the first thing. But yes, there's no issue with going direct.
Gabriel, what am I doing wrong to get that objection? I'm always end up with bed naked with women eating them out, making out, and then as soon as I'm about to stick it in, they tell me that. Why?
Always end up naked in bed with them. Okay, well, I think we just told you why.
I think also the transition between you eating her out and you fucking her might be too abrupt. I'd also look at that. So like, it should be a very smooth transition. Like, you're like eating the girl out, then you start kissing up her body, then your dick is rubbing against hers, right? And then, like, it should be a very smooth transition. I mean, your dick is not rubbing against hers. Your dick is rubbing against her pussy, just to clarify that. I told you I'm not a morning person. But yeah, when to go direct and flirt without being too forward.
Okay, well, like, when you go direct and flirt. So, look, every interaction that you have, whether it's, let's say, if you indirect, at some point, every indirect interaction has to be direct, okay, at some point. So, there's no perfect time, but once you've shown enough value, once you've made her laugh, then you want to start going direct. And going direct shouldn't be in your mind like, this is such a big deal. Oh my God, let's see what she says. You don't have to start off so strong. So I'm not just speaking to the girl, making her laugh, and then telling her, "You know what, you're the most beautiful girl alive, and you're so sexy, and I can't wait to take you home." No, of course not. You start off small and you see the responses. You're starting off telling her, "You know, I actually find you very cute in a sexy type of way," and see how she responds. And you can keep going more and more and more. Eventually, you can start telling her how she has very kissable lips. You can start telling her about she has an amazing body. Does she do yoga? Okay, you don't have to go to level 100 straight away. It doesn't have to be this big thing in your head. Oh my God, I'm so scared to go direct. Start off slow and build up to it.
And then you can fuck with her. You could be like, "I can't wait to rub my dick against yours." You know, she'll be like, "What?" Oh, you're not trans? How do you make things sexual or man to woman when you're in church or in a work setting when it's not socially acceptable? Well, you probably would want to be careful there. Like, if it's work, it depends on whether you care about your job or not. If you do care about your job and you want to work there, I probably wouldn't recommend going sexual at work. I would, if I was trying to pick up a girl at work and I cared about the job, I would probably play it like really cool. I would just come off as like friendly, built a good vibe, maybe very light flirting, get her number, ask her out for drinks, and then at the date actually go sexual. So that's how I would handle work. I've stepped inside a church like maybe once in my life, so I'm not too sure what the dynamic is there, but I'd imagine it's probably somewhat similar. But church is less of a big deal because you can always switch churches, or I don't know how attached you are to your church or whatever. But yeah, I would imagine going too sexual at church probably wouldn't work either.
Yeah, look, I mean, church work, there is some similarities in terms of you don't want to be on either extreme. So you don't want to, okay, this is work situational church. Let me do nothing, even though there's lots of cute girls. Let me do nothing because there's consequences. So let me not even speak to this girl. Let me play it a 10-year or 15-year plan. You don't want to do that, but you also don't want to do anything too much where there's consequences. So you need some balance. Like in a cold approach, you can show intent and you can take risks because you might never see that girl ever again. Okay, she's on the street, you're gaming her, you'll never see her again. The window shuts. Okay, maybe you get to see her, but then you're lucky. Okay, but with a work situation, you know you're going to see them again, so you can still do everything you do in a cold approach, but do it a lot slower. Instead of showing intent in 15 minutes, you can show intent after a month. Okay, you can build it up a little bit. You can do the teasing stage instead of for 5 minutes, you can do it for 3 weeks. Like that's just an example. You can take things a lot slower, but you can still move them forward. But you're taking it slower and you're seeing the signs. Okay, so that's what I would say.
Alex and Gabriel, is it possible for guys to seem too stoic and too macho to the point where it scares chicks? I noticed a line of Metro salsa guys do better with chicks than rugged blue collar dudes. Yeah, that's a good question. And the answer is, I think, yes. Like in the movies, like a lot of people think of good game as like James Bond, right? Because he fucks a lot of girls. But I don't actually think that's good game, and I don't think it would work most of the time, being that level of stoic. I think a much better example of game is, like I said, Hank Moody in Californication, and he's definitely not stoic or macho. Really, he's. I think it's better to be like chatty, and as long as you still hold sexual tension and you still flirt. So yeah, I don't think there's an advantage to being too stoic or too macho, like a Navy SEAL or something like that. Yeah, like it may sound like they do well with chicks, but they really like. If I had to bet on like a guy who's just like very social and knows game versus like a badass Navy SEAL, I bet on the guy that is chatty every single time.
Yeah, you want to show the girl that you can have fun and you're not so serious. And because if someone just walks around all stoic, it seems like they're sad. It's better to seem like you're happy. Okay, so yeah, and being flirty, being cocky, especially Hank Moody from Californication, that's a great character to have. Yeah, you don't want to have this, I'm so cool that I'm too cool to even have fun, I'm too cool to smile, because it's kind of like a social violator.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, I answered this question when I was going through the video. Alex looks tired. Is his thyroid low? I actually do have hypothyroidism, but no, just because I just woke up. Thought you retired, Alex. Why would you think that? I release like 2 videos a week every week. Okay, if you want to get amazing game in the next 12 months, what are the main things you'd focus on? I would just say you probably would not get amazing at game if you're just starting in 12 months. You can definitely make really good progress, but to become amazing at game, it usually takes a few years. But yeah, Gabriel, what do you think?
Yeah, look, there's a few things. I mean, firstly, if you ask me, because that's basically the question, how do you progress super fast? And anything that I wanted to get good at really quickly, the first thing is get coaching, get mentorship. You don't have to go through the same mistakes that someone else went through. Get good as fast as possible. Okay, don't like waste time. And that's the benefit, that's the purpose of mentorship. Okay, so that's the first thing. The second thing is like you really need to focus on the skill set. So you can't be going out thinking, look, all I care about tonight is getting laid. All I care about is that girl hot, is that girl not? Maybe I shouldn't open her. No, work on the skill set. Get good. Okay, focus on the skills. Because the best way to get good results is if you have a good skill set, then you'll get good results. Okay, so focus on the skill sets, get mentorship, take this journey seriously, go out a lot, go out with guys better than you, the same level as you. Just keep going out, keep taking action. Look, this is also a good time. Like, join my free.
Yeah, I was literally just thinking of plugging that.
Yeah.
Let's pull it up.
Join the free Facebook group because there's a lot of infields. There's I do infield breakdowns. I help you. The whole goal here is I help you get as good as game as fast as possible. Okay, so that's the whole goal with day game, with night game, with everything, infield footage, videos. There's things that I share specifically about my sets here. So this is the best place to start. Everything's completely free. These are just some of the guys that are crushing it on the group. And again, it's all different guys, black, white, Indian, from all different countries. So whatever excuse you have, it's going to be broken by lots of these guys. Okay, so for anyone that's interested in getting better at their cold approach, just click the link, socialhackerlink.com/PWF. Make sure to use this exact link, and then just join the group. It's completely free.
Yeah, you see lots of guys who are not like attractive with girls much more attractive than them here.
Yeah, 100%. So yeah, look, for anyone that wants to get good fast, starts off with my free community. It'll help a lot.
Okay. Michael Sartain says pickup is outdated. You need networking, hosting events, and building a social circle to raise perceived status. Is this a better method than cold approach or not? For a small percentage of guys, it might be a better method. For the vast majority of guys, it is not.
Yeah, I don't think it's a better method at all. Like, I'm not telling you guys not to do social circle stuff. Do it. Why not? It's the same as this question is almost the same as, is going to the gym better than not? Yes, it is. So you can still add anything as a lead source, but to spend all your time, I've seen so many guys that focus on this networking type of stuff, and all they do is they learn how to get onto tables, and they get onto tables and they sit there being cool, and they don't know how to game the girl. They don't know what to do. They don't know anything. And they always say, like, I'm building this circle, and then 6 months, a year goes by, they still haven't got laid. Like, you don't want to be that guy that's doing all these things and not getting the girls. Okay, it just doesn't make sense. And I don't want to spend all my time speaking to these random other dudes that I don't even want to speak to. It just doesn't. I'm not saying it's a terrible strategy. Do it if you enjoy it.
Yeah, the thing is also, like, in order to do the social circle thing, you need to have a high level of game to begin with. If you don't have game, you can be extremely connected and be at like the coolest events, and you still won't close, or you still won't get any girls. And how do you build game? Well, cold approach is literally the best way, right? Because you're probably not going to do it at social circle events because they're too infrequent. And when they do happen, you're probably nervous because there's like actual social consequences if you fuck up really badly. So, yeah. Let's say you start off at 40% direct and then ramp it up from there, or is that the wrong way to view it?
Why start off at 40%? Look, you still want to have strong eye contact when you start. Yes, you still want to have this confident approach. You're teasing her, you're flirting her, but you don't have to view it as starting off at 40%. You're starting off at around 5-10%, and you keep ramping up. When I say 5-10%, that's because you're a dominant guy, you're speaking downward tonality, you have good eye contact, but there's no need to open with, like, in the first minutes telling her, you know what, you're so sexy, I want to rip your clothes off. There's just no need for that because it's uncalibrated. It's not that those words are bad. It's just that you're doing too much too soon. So keep ramping things up as time goes on. But you also want to test. If she doesn't respond well when you call her sexy, then obviously you don't keep pushing straight away. Okay, you're building more comfort, and then you can push more later on. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. So you want to see how the girl responds. You don't want to just do it blindly.
You talked about retirement plans, like someone recently might be wrong. Oh, you're thinking of the live stream I did with the guy that's running for Congress.
I got a few guys actually messaging me asking me if you're retiring.
No. Yeah, so I talked about what I want to do in the future, which is get into politics, but that's like years and years away. So it's not going to happen for a while, if it ever happens, honestly. So yeah, it's a long way away. Trust me, when it's like a year out, I'll let you guys know. And I'm always going to keep up the channel and stuff like that. I'm never going to take down the PWF channel. But yeah, I mean, that's like a long ways away. Alex, how much texting you suggest to do before the date? That's like an impossible question to answer because it just depends on the girl. Like if the girl's constantly texting you and you do very little texting, that's not going to work. But if she's not constantly texting you, then you can get away with doing less texting. So it just depends on how much she's hitting you up. But you should generally match the girl's level of investment when it comes to texting. That's the easiest way to think about it. I'm in an awkward point right now in between jobs. Alex, I remember you once said you had a lot of free time when you weren't working. How can I take advantage of some of my free time for game? I mean, you just go out and you do it, right? Like that's what I did. When I didn't have a job, I would just go out and constantly do cold approach. I mean, really, it's just as simple as that.
Yeah, go out and game. And once you're done game, spend time refining, going over your interactions, going over the right theory. Use the time for game. Don't use the time thinking when you're going to use the time for game. Okay, just go out and game.
Where's Indian P? Is he still alive? Yeah, actually, no, I killed him. He's buried under my in my basement. So I once a month I go down there and I do like a little prayer service and I just like pray over his rotting dead body. Yeah. Actually, he's barely alive. I got him on life support right now, and yeah. No, I mean he's good. He's just focused, like I said, like a million times. He's focused on his tech job right now. We're still friends, and I saw him fairly recently. So yeah, he's good. He still does pick up all the time too. If you were in the process of getting a good job in the military that leads to a high-paying for CIV career, would you cancel that for a hot girl? I would never cancel a career for a girl. No, if it's a career I want to pursue, I would never cancel it for a girl, even if it's a career that I sort of want to pursue. So the answer is no.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's the same as saying something that you absolutely love, like, I don't know, tennis or something, and she says to you, leave that for me, and it's just absurd, doesn't make sense why she's even saying that. You shouldn't change who you are just for her. Obviously, there's compromise, but if she's just telling you stop doing the things you love and there's no reason to it, don't do that.
Yeah, a good girlfriend would never actually ask you to stop doing something that is good for you. Yeah. All right, we got through all the questions. Yeah, so make sure you guys join the Facebook group. I'll just pull it up one more time.
Yeah.
Lots of good value there, and it's free, so you can join. It doesn't cost you anything. So here it is. Boom.
Yeah.
You can see all the testimonials that Gabriel's guys are getting. Yeah, you have any closing thoughts?
Yeah, no, guys, hope you got value. I'll come on again soon. Maybe we'll do a breakdown or something next time. And yes, just join. If you want to get your cold approach better, just simply join the group. It's completely free. And yeah, we'll go from there. So thanks, guys, and I'll catch you guys soon.
No, like if she doesn't do long distance, yeah, I mean, like I would still pick the career over the girl. Yeah, that's my thoughts on that. All right, guys, appreciate y'all. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys later. Take it easy.